It was in 1984, and I remember specifically my mother dunking the tea bag into the tea. And I knew then what my destiny would be. I've been hired to do the first avant-garde tea bag commercial.
You know, when Jan approached me about the project, I thought it was wonderful because he really was going to elevate it to the level of artistry that it needed to be. He was going to do for tea bag commercials what Bach did for music.
When Mr. Nostrabors approached us with his production, we were at first very excited.
When we started, I had the most amazing vision of this tea bag just floating through space. The celestial journey that everyone goes through. It was very womb-like, very vaginal, but safe.
Is it a musical? I think it's a musical. I'm not sure. I couldn't really tell what it was. And after the death and a human in a tea bag, which I think caused the death, we ultimately couldn't use any of the footage.
Gilda was perfect. Just really fresh and a wonderful light until she suffocated.
Gilda Epstein. She was my, my golden lizard star. It's unfortunate that in the first shot, she died. I think it was because of the durability of the tea bag she was inside, but we don't know. We just don't have that information. And this is why we are back at the casting couch, as it were, doing auditions. I must find the perfect person again for my project. Oh, there's a high threshold there. There's a high threshold. There's a high threshold! It's a high threshold. Yes, there's a high threshold in the door. Fucking look down.
That bloody threshold.
I mean, who are these people? I said to them, high threshold. You know? High threshold! High threshold! High threshold! High threshold! But you never understand high threshold, huh?
Gilda Epstein was the perfect fit. Now she's dead. What becomes of it?
This was supposed to be avant-garde gold. This is not the project I was sold. Go back to school, you're dead inside. I don't like it, there's no smelling in your eyes. High threshold, high threshold, high threshold. Yeah, 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 high threshold.
Midway through the auditions, things took a turn for the bizarre.
Oh, that's a really high...
That's a high threshold, yes.
Wündrbag.
You're holding it like an obelisk of truth. See, you're talking to my guy all wrong.
I'm not an expert, doctor.
Sterling, you're doing it like a cat again, less like a kitty cat. Now don't take this the right or the wrong way, please. You look a lot like my uncle. So for me, I want you to say very slowly to the camera, I am so sorry for not getting you the Christmas present you wanted. You're a good boy, Jan, and I love you.
When we first entered these talks, we were willing to set down a budget. He seemed very professional.
Playful this time.
I'm not an expert, doctor.
Angry playful this time.
I'm not an expert, doctor.
Next! You need to say, tea not included.
Tea not included.
Is it me or is she doing it like a bit? Is she doing an accent or something?
Jan was extremely unhappy. I remember during this period he took up improv classes, which was terrible. He answered everything in a question. It was all yes and. Impossible to get an answer from him.
And I was in a very dark place. And not in a good way, like metal, no. I would say it was a personal hell for me. except my personality is wonderful. So it was more like a impersonal hell, or just like a very bad day. I am colder than an old nun in the snow. The spiders in my heart start to grow. I'm just a genius, oh, so I say. But this Wündrbag could mean my death today. This is my lament song, just so you know. It means we're getting to the end of the show. Film.
We were looking for an actor that was both classically good looking and extraordinarily ugly simultaneously. Someone who's both fluid but also quite rigid. Someone that was professional without any formal training.
So if we decide, we do it ourselves. No, because I am already a genius. I can do anything. Why not I do it myself the first time? Poor Gilda had to die.
The schmucks, they don't have the chops.
We know exactly what we want.
Why don't we just do it ourselves?
Familiar touch, it sure feels great. Why don't we just master this thing ourselves?
Even the famous avant-garde director like me has to relax now and then with a cup of tea. And when I do it with Wündrbag. Wündrbag is artisanally handcrafted in the hills of Sweden, exclusively by virginal maidens, painted from head to toe in golden leaf.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wündrbag, yeah, 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 Wündrbag, yeah, 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 Wündrbag, Wündrbag. What is the meaning of your Wündrbag? Gilded virgins.